What makes a great game? Is it graphics? Sure. Is it gameplay? Sure. Is it music? Sure. Those all make good games. A game can be good with a wonderful score and an uplifting set of puzzles that you have to beat that culminate into a boss battle. All that stuff can happen in a good game. But what makes a great game? What makes a game that makes you think about it all the time? A game that you get lost in yourself playing it. A game that fills you with a certain satisfaction just from basic stuff, simply existing in the world. It's a game like Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm here to tell you, this is beyond good. This is a great game. And I haven't even finished it yet. Yeah, I know. Look, I wanted to do a review in progress. Something just to get out there and express my feelings. Because I want to finish it, but I want to take time with it. I don't want to rush it. And so I had to put this out there. This is my review in process for Ghosts of Tsushima. The game is excellent. Good night. Welcome to another Gamer Hype. My name is Jason Delgado. I had to get on the sticks and the mics and let you know what was going on here. If you haven't done it, you're probably watching some of the gameplay over my voice, telling you all the hype is real. Ghost of Tsushima. Incredible game. Just super satisfying. And I wanted to kind of get into a little bit of the stuff that made it so satisfying or makes it so satisfying for me. You know, one of the things I find a lot of times with open world games is it becomes sort of like homework. You know, you get to a point in the game where the map is filled with stuff and you're like, should I do this? Should I do this? If I do this, will I get better weapons to do that? And then it's like a process of needing to do chores. And then I got to do these chores to get to the name store because I don't want to miss out on anything. And then something else drags me over here and bibbity-bibbity. And it feels sort of laborsome, you know? It's something that doesn't become enjoyable, but becomes like I have to finish it. I have to complete. I must complete. And some people say that this is just a product of how people play, but I mean, I feel it, and I never finish anything. No, in truth, I mean, I do feel like a lot of times for games, you know, I like to finish games, you know? And I feel like sometimes when it gets to a point where I'm like, I have to finish this, then I know the game's not an enjoyable process. Ghost of Tsushima is different. It's got easy systems. That's the first thing I wanted to really break down. These no-fuss systems, you know, there's no real HUD. A HUD, by the way, is just, you know, the thing that tells you how much energy you have or where you're going, or a little mini-map or little arrows that say go over here, go over there. None of that. It's all the wind. The wind. Sorry. But it's great. I mean, it's one of these great mechanics where you could just be anywhere in the world, press a button, see where the wind flow is moving, and just go in that direction. And all of a sudden, you know where you're going without having to open up a map, see where it is, put a waypoint, use the arrow. It's annoying. You want to do ease. You want to just live in the world and exist in the world. And Ghost of Tsushima makes that very easy. Very, very easy. The other thing is that new ideas come up. Like, you know, every half hour or so, you're getting a new idea. A new toy to play with, a new mechanic, a new way to battle. It's really, really exciting. And the battles, the combat system, so satisfying. Here's the thing. I like to win. I don't want to be in a game where, you know, I have to, like, you know, this Bloodborne or these, like, timing games where a lot of it is just so pinpoint accuracy, pixel precise, that you have to hit a button at a certain time and do a thing at a certain time or else nothing works. Don't want to have to deal with that. Don't want to have to deal with that kind of hassle. Don't want to have to deal with those kind of elements of, like, needing to, again, make the game homework. I want it to be simple and flowy and easy. And they say, you know, after a while you learn the combat, and then the combat, no. Because then these games where you go, you beat, you learn, you get to a point, you die, and you go back to the beginning and you got to redo that thing over again. I'm not about this Dark Souls life. I'm sorry about that. This game doesn't do that. It allows you to have these complex systems of combat based on stance. These guys are better to be combat with this stance. These shielded guys are better to be combated with this stance. And it's very easy to remember and fun to be satisfyingly good at, but doesn't become cumbersome where you have to, you could switch your stance, do a move, switch your stance, do a move, but it's not so pinpoint accuracy pixel based. It's very fluid. It's just a block and a dodge, block and a dodge. And this kind of system in combination with the stances makes the gameplay incredibly fluid, incredibly satisfying. There's no need anymore to kind of get into this where I got to remember these guys' moves every single time or else it's a failure. You can fail. You can heal quickly. The healing revives. Another ease of life system where you can just play the game without having to keep an inventory of how many power pills you got to keep your power up. None of that. Energy recharges. Combat is fluid. Travel and traversal is very simple and easy without any of these waypoints or these dots or these arrows. The mini-map is very minimalist. And yes, sure, it does fill with stuff to do, but it doesn't feel chory. You know exactly what the main story plots are. You know exactly what you're getting out of each side mission. So if you get involved in a side mission, you go through this long, prolonged thing, and at the end you just get a jewel, you're like, I wasted my time. No, you know preemptively what that side mission is going to provide, so you know whether you want to get involved, or whether you just want to move on with the main story. It's very fluid. It's very easy. I like easy things. Look, we all got a lot of bills to pay. We got a lot of viruses out there. We need to keep things simple when it's leisure time. And Ghost of Tsushima does that. It makes the time that you spend with it worth it. It's beautiful to look at. It's easy to play. It feels complex enough where when you do something great, it's very satisfying. And the music's tight! Look, it's an amazing game. It has a combination of these systems that I think people complain about because it's like Assassin's Creed or it's like this or it's like that. It doesn't matter. Good is good. I highly recommend. And I haven't even finished it yet. Like I said, it could all be a stinker at the end. But if I was going to bet on a horse, I would bet on the horse called Ghost of Tsushima. It is a great game. So far, it is an amazing experience. I will give an update if it does become a stinker. But so far, I rate it very, very highly on this gamer hype. So, I hope you enjoyed this little, rant about one of my favorite games of the year, Ghost of Tsushima. PS4, please pick it up. Support great things, because then they can make more great things. And, I hope everybody enjoyed this. Stay safe, have a great rest of the week, and we will see you on the next Gamer Hype.